Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal and welcome to the match reaction and player ratings for Arsenal's massive, I repeat, massive 5-0 victory over Norwich City. You could not have asked for more, man. Right after Christmas, everyone is busy opening up their presents. For us Arsenal fans, this is our present. This is our time to celebrate. That is 4 wins in a row, 4 solid performances. That is 5 goals scored in back-to-back matches, beat Sunderland the other one. We won 4 goals last week. We beat West Ham. We beat Southampton. Since we lost that Everton game, things have been really, really good, and I'm absolutely buzzing. Let me know in the comment section right now, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Are you changing your mind on Arteta? Are you changing your mind on players like Saka? Have you changed your mind? How did you feel after that game? How are you feeling after that game? I am absolutely buzzing. That is the best Christmas present I would have asked for. I remember, I think it was back in 2015, 6 years ago, something like that. We played on Boxing Day and Southampton hammered us by 4 goals to nil. Shane Long, Mane, they are all terrific in that game. But right now we are playing out of our skins, man. This is not the Arsenal we knew from the beginning of the season. Even without a few players like Tomiyasu, without a recognized right back, we still play that well. I'm buzzing. So let me know what you made of the game. 5 goals, scored 2 scored by Saka, 1 scored by Tierney. I had him in my FPL team today. That I'm grateful as well. Also, Smith Rowe coming from the bench once again to score his 7th Premier League goal of the season. Is it the 7th or 8th? Like, Smith Rowe scores so many goals, I'm losing count. I think that is his 8th Premier League goal and 9th in all competitions or something. I don't even know how many goals Smith Rowe scored. He scored that many. That's how good he's been as well. Every time he's coming from the bench, he scores. We have Wolves on Tuesday. They're well rested since they haven't played their game this week. But getting a victory like that a week before playing Man City, that is all we are asking for. Win against Wolves, and all of a sudden that's 5 games won in a row. I think that will be the second time we've done that already this season. So the things are looking good, man. The things are looking good. So I'm pretty sure today I wouldn't see Arteta out. I'm pretty sure today I wouldn't see Xhaka didn't play well. I'm pretty sure today I wouldn't see Ramsdale was our man of the match. Our defense was hopeless. I wouldn't see all those comments. We're in Christmas spirit. I have the Christmas background on. You guys are feeling well. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and I hope Arsenal has made it better. So, as always, we will go through the match reaction, the lineup reaction, the player ratings as always, and then we can keep an eye on Aston Villa and Chelsea because, listen, if Aston Villa beat Chelsea today, we are 3 points behind Chelsea. I know that is not our target, but even catching up with Chelsea, they were top of the table 2 months ago, way ahead of us. That would be something. So I'm enjoying the performances. I'm enjoying the goals we are scoring. All our boys are playing well. Literally all of them. Maybe I could point out maybe 1 or 2 errors every single game. Like I know Ben White did give away a ball and Pookie almost scored. That's the only error I can point out from today. But the rest of the things, pretty awesome. So I hope you guys can hear me well. I literally connected my microphone very quickly to come on for this. So let me know how you're feeling. Let's go to the lineup reaction first. Let's start with the lineup reaction. So obviously today we did the things you have to notice from today's lineup is, one, we did have one change from the team. Ben White starting at right back for the first time this season. So when we signed him, I did a video talking about the 3 positions Ben White can play, and right back was one of them. So we could use them there as well, and we've actually used him there for real now. Like we literally had to use him there. That is because Tomiyasu is not injured. So it's not his injury from last week. It's actually positive. So that will be like 2 weeks out. So you'll probably not see the likes of Tomiyasu until next year. Holding came in for Tomiyasu to play at centre back. So White moved to right back. Gabriel and Tierney started once again. And then in midfield, we had Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, and Odegaard. This is Partey's second last game before he heads out to the African Cup of Nations. I did hear Arsenal are trying to keep him for the game against Man City before he goes. I don't think it will matter that much, but let's see how it goes. Make sure to hit the like button, by the way, if you enjoy that much. In midfield, Odegaard as well as the number 10. I'm starting to absolutely love Odegaard as well. Martinelli on the left side, Saka on the right side, and Lacazette up front. And then another thing you need to notice on the bench, Pablo Mari. Pablo Mari is back on the bench. He's not been in any of our lineups for like 2 months now. Lokonga is also back on the bench. Same with Elneny is there. His final game, I think, before he heads out. Tavares was there as well. Smith Rowe again starting on the bench. Pepe, Nketiah, and Charlie Patino once again on the bench. This is the first time he's been on our bench in a Premier League match. So only one change. If Tomiyasu was there, this would have been 10 games. I think 5 games in a row, not 10 games. 5 games in a row, started the same lineup, but we had to make that change. So that was Arsenal's lineup today. Let me know, were you okay with the lineup? I did imagine we'd start with that lineup. I didn't expect that many changes from that. So let me know what you guys made of the lineup. And let's go to Norwich City's lineup. This is how Norwich City's lineup looked like, if you even care. They had Andres Gunn in goal. They did make a sub. I think Krul is out, so they didn't have their first choice goalkeeper, Krul. At the back, they had Brandon Williams, Gibson, Kabak, and Max Aarons, a guy we've been targeted for we've been linked to him for 2 years now. McLean, Gilmore, and Doyle, all these guys are from loan. Kabak is a former Liverpool player. Williams is a player on loan from United. Gilmore is on loan from Chelsea. So these are players who play in the Premier League. And then up front, Sargent, Pukki, and Plaqueta. This Plaqueta guy, I only saw him when he was trying to fight Ben White. I did not see him for the entire game. This Plaqueta guy, Placetta, whatever your name is, he did not deserve to be in the Premier League. So that was Norwich City's lineup. On the bench, they even had only 8 players on the bench. I think they have a lot of COVID cases, so only 8 players on the bench for them. But that was the lineup for us and for Norwich City. So I did not complain at all about that lineup. Our team is playing well. Whoever starts, I'm at the point right now that whoever starts, I don't even care. Whether it's Smith Rowe or Odegaard, whether it's Martinelli or Saka on that side, I really don't care because all of them are playing really well, and that is all we would have asked for. So let's go through the match reaction. Again, make sure to hit the like button and let me know what you made of the game down below on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So in the first 5 minutes, we actually did dominate possession. They never had the touch of the ball. And the thing I love about Arsenal this season, I know there's a lot of things. I know they got Ramsey, all that, but there's 2 things I usually point out. The first one is we usually score from a lot of corners this season. I think Arsenal has scored from the most corners this season. That is never Arsenal. Arsenal has never been the team to score many headers from corners and free kicks. I think we've done that 10 times already this season in all competitions. And number 2 is that we are starting games very quickly. I think this is like the 7th or 8th time we're getting a goal in the first 15 minutes. I know we did it against Crystal Palace, even though we blew it. We did it against Leicester. We scored in the first 30 minutes against Tottenham as well. Last week against Leeds, we scored very early on. We had 3 goals very early on. What am I talking about? Blah. We scored 3 goals very early on. That is very hard to say, very early on. That's actually very hard to say. But hey, Christmas spirit, let's keep going. So we're also scoring goals very early on. That is the one thing I also love about Arsenal this season. We are doing very good from the start of the match. Usually over the years, we play against Liverpool, we concede 6 goals in the first 10 minutes. We play against Aston Villa, we are 1-0 down within the first 10 minutes. That is something we are not doing this season. So I'm happy with that. We started the game very well again this time round. A well-worked goal from Lacazette, passed it to Gabriel Martinelli, passed it to Odegaard, and Odegaard with yet another assist, and Saka with yet another goal to make it 1-0. Just the perfect start, because at these 2 points now, Norwich cannot defend. They have to try and look for a goal. They have to try and get back to the game so you get opportunities to score more goals. So Saka giving us that goal early on in the game, all we could have asked for. So Saka made it 1-0 and another Odegaard assist. Shout out to Odegaard. We're now starting to see how good Odegaard is. I think in the last 7 games, he's either scored or assisted. From the United game, he scored. The Everton game, he scored. He's given assist in the Leeds game. Another good assist from Smith Rowe for the Leeds game. So Saka made it 1-0 very early on. And then we kind of settled a bit again. Obviously, Arsenal is Arsenal as always. We didn't go for a second goal immediately. We started passing it around, missing a couple of chances. Tierney crossed a few good balls, no one to finish. And then there was a couple of flicks from Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard in midfield playing around with Norwich, And the last time we played Norwich, we were bottom of the table and they were above us. So this time around, we had to put them in their place. We really had to put them in their place. In the 13th minute, our possession was 75% and theirs was 25%. So we literally had the entire ball. But in the 20th minute, Xhaka did misplace a pass, but I won't get too much into that. And then in the 25th minute, Lacazette did have that header chance and he missed it. I don't know if it was a good miss or the defender blocked it well or a bad miss. I don't know how that was, but I'm going to rewatch the game again and probably talk about it tomorrow again. And then Saka did have an overhead attempt in the 28th minute. And then Ramsdale had his first save to make in the 30th minute. So the whole 30 minutes, Norwich did not have the ball until Ramsdale made his save in the 30th minute. And then 36th minute, Tierney put in a cross, no one to finish. Martinelli also had a shot in the 36th minute. And then Norwich from nowhere started fighting against us. Xhaka did pick up a yellow. They also picked up a yellow, that Plaqueta guy. And then, in the 39th minute, the game is still 1-0. Yes, you've had all the possession, you've had all the chances, but at 1-0, anything can still happen. So I was still crying for a second goal. And we finally got it. I put in Tierney into my FPL team today for those who play FPL. And Tierney, what a finish. Another Odegaard assist. Can we just talk about Odegaard? Another Odegaard assist, another first goal for Tierney. This is not another one. He will score more, but Tierney making it 2-0 right before halftime. And you could see how every player was pumped, how the fans were pumped, right into that crowd. Very, very good. So we made it 2-0. And at this point, the game was comfortable. We did have another chance at the end of the first half, but not too much. So halftime, 2-0. I saw a lot of people asking for us to make a couple of subs, maybe take out Saka, take out Odegaard, because we have another game on Tuesday. But I wanted a third goal first. And Saka didn't play against Sunderland, so it's fresh. Lacazette didn't play against Sunderland, so it's fresh. The only people you could say should have been taken off is maybe Odegaard, because he played in midweek, I think, more than 70 minutes or something. So that's the only play you could have asked for him to be taken off. So 2-0 at halftime, no subs. We came into the second half, 48 minutes gone. Tierney did have a shot that was blocked by Max Aaron's hand. I don't even know how that wasn't a penalty. Can someone explain to me how that wasn't a penalty? I don't have the actual handball with me right now, but that looks like a definite penalty. So not a penalty. We got a corner. We started dominating it a bit, and then Norwich actually dominated us from the 50th minute to the 60th minute. They had a couple of corners, some that weren't even supposed to be corners anyway. The referee was feeling sorry for them. And then Martinelli did score in the 60th minute, but unfortunately it was disallowed for offside. And then we only needed 6 minutes later. Saka, what a player, scoring once again, this time round from a Lacazette assist to make it 3-0. So game comfortable, 3-0. That's all you need. You can sub off all the players you want. You could. The game is comfortable. The game is finished. Saka has his 2 goals. You can take him off now. 3-0, 66 minutes gone. I mean, I was now starting to feel the Christmas mood, man. Like, that is all I would have asked for. 3-0 within 66 minutes. This is the, I think, 4th time or something you're scoring 3 goals in a game in a row, back to back to back to back. Perfect. So that was 3-0. And then Moit did make that error in the 74th minute. At this moment, we still had not made a sub in the 74th minute. So I was still waiting for a sub. And then Partey was the first sub. He was taken off in the 75th minute. Mohamed El Neni came on. Pepe also came on 2 minutes later for Saka. And then we actually got a penalty, another penalty. I think our 5th penalty in all competitions this season. We scored one of them. We've missed all of them in the Premier League. Lacazette stepped up to take it once again. And this time he actually changed his style of taking. He did start a bit and finish it very, very well. Lacazette to make it 4-0 via a penalty. Luckily, again, when you miss a lot of penalties in a row and then you get a big penalty to take, it could affect you because you're like, we've missed the last 4 penalties. Luckily, this season, all the penalties we've gotten are in games that we've already won. So we didn't really feel the pain of Aubameyang missing the penalty against, Watford, because he still won the game. He also missed the penalty against Aston Villa, but he still scored from the rebound. Lacazette missed the penalty against West Ham. We still won the game. So even if you miss the penalty, as long as you win the game, you don't really feel it. Even today, even if he had missed it, the things would have still looked good because the scoreline was still 3-0. I thought it was going to end 4-0, but no. Smith Rowe, as usual, came on and he scored in the 90th minute, and it was actually onside. Smith Rowe, what a player, scoring in the 90th minute. This is 3 games in a row he's come on and scored a goal. I don't know what the record is for a player coming on in consecutive games and scoring goals, but Smith Rowe is doing very, very well. So that is how the match went. 5 goals, all would have asked for, couldn't have asked for much more. Against Norwich last week, 4 against Leeds. The previous week, 2 against West Ham, 3 against Southampton. We scored 5 against Sunderland this week and another 5 against Norwich. Our goal difference is also almost at plus 10. We were on negative 10 a couple of weeks ago. So things are looking good, man. I'm very, very happy. I'm quite happy. Things are going our way. So I look for the stats and also the stats and the statistics from the game. Those are two different things. The stats, the match stats, and the Opta statistics from the game. So let me see what you guys are saying. Make sure to comment down below what you made of the game before I get into the player ratings. Tactical says 9 goals in 2 away games. Saka man of the match for me, but Odegaard close second. What a performance. Bravo, Gunners. Absolutely could not have agreed more with that comment. Sonic says, Glenn, every time Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen. Kightley. Sonic knows. Sonic has definitely been watching this channel. That is what I always say. Like I've been saying that for 1 year now, and that is exactly how I say it as well. Even without looking, every time Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen. Sonic has definitely been watching this channel, so that is true. Every time Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen, and it did today. Twice he had the ball outside the box, and something happened. Ben White was great today. Holding was decent, as was Gabriel. KT, exceptional performance again. Pookie for a big lad drops dead whenever any contact is made. I know he's still going to be in the Premier League next season, but it hasn't worked out for him. I think he needs to leave Norwich. Tactical says, love the passion in the Norwich players were starting fights for no reason. Can I just say something about that? Over the years, every time Arsenal loses a game, like against Stoke, against Burnley, against the Chelseas, there's one word everyone uses when it comes to Arsenal. Arsenal are soft. That's what they've always said over the years. Arsenal are soft. Whenever Arsenal take the lead, you know they're going to bottle it because they are soft. Whenever Arsenal come up against Lukaku or Drogba, they are soft. They're not going to defend well. Every time Arsenal want a penalty, they are soft. They don't really ask the referee for it. Whenever we get into fights, Arsenal are soft. The opposition will win the fights and all that. These days with Ramsdale, I like how Ramsdale protects his players every time. Even with Xhaka there, all those players, we are not soft anymore. Every time we don't get a decision, our players surround the referees. That is what I want to see. Don't just sit down. Every time our player goes down, we surround the opposition players and ask them, why did you do that? Whenever the opposition players go down, we don't go there and pick them up. All that soft stuff, we don't do that anymore. So I'm pretty happy with that. Benjamin says the boys are doing well. Absolutely, Benjamin. Very well, in fact. Tactical says absolutely buzzing. I'm about to do round 2 of Christmas dinner, so I can stay. No problem, and enjoy your food. After that kind of victory, all you have to do is enjoy your food. We'll be watching the game and the match reaction multiple times. I'll definitely be watching the game multiple times, believe me, starting from tonight. The refs were horrible today, but the ESR goal and penalty, so many mistakes here. So many corners that weren't supposed to be corners for us and for them, all over the place, man. I think thrice from Martinelli and Smith Rowe. I don't even know what they were doing. John Doe, interesting name. He says, come on, you Gunners. Jacob says, we match them down. Absolutely, Jacob. Exodus says, this is the Arsenal you want to see. Yep. Up the Gunners. Martin Odegaard has been amazing. He has. The last 6 games, he's been pretty good. He went silent when we played Crystal Palace at home, when we played, I think, Aston Villa at home. Odegaard was quiet, but recently, not at all. AFC Cape Town says life is great for us at the moment. Perfect. West Ham are also losing games, so top 4 is looking good. If United and Tottenham start dropping points, things are looking good. How are you doing, Glenn? Happy with the results. I'm doing pretty good. RK, greetings from Dallas. Thank you. Hope your Christmas went well. Thompson says time will tell. I'm not about all this time will tell. We are enjoying the moment. We are doing well. I don't want to, because I know what people are waiting for. We are playing City on January 1st. We'll probably lose that game and then people will be back with Arteta out. Manchester City will win the Premier League title. They'll probably beat everyone else from now till May. So people are waiting for us to play City and lose, and then they'll be like, I told you, those 7 games in a row don't matter. Yes, it matters. As long as we pick up the points against every other team, even if we lose against Man City, I don't really care. But again, I want to see a performance against Man City. But even if we lose, I'll turn my focus to the next game, which will be Tottenham, because City will beat everyone else this season as well. Benjamin says Odegaard is beginning to show his worth and he keeps improving every game. Very true. Absolutely. Next 3 games will define if Arsenal good enough top 4. Uzoma says proudly Gunners. Let me come back to, yeah, I agree with that. Wolves and Spurs will define, but not Manchester City, because I know people are waiting for us to get smashed 3-0 by Manchester City, and then everyone will be Arteta out once again. No one expected Arsenal to be in the top 4 right now. No one expected us to be winning games like this. No one even expected us to be with such a good goal difference, winning away games by 4 and 5 goals. Every time we've won a game this season, people have been like, it's only Norwich. When we beat Burnley, it's only Burnley. When we beat Leicester, Leicester are not in the good form. When we beat Tottenham, people are like, Tottenham are not playing well. They had their old manager. When we beat Norwich again today, they'll tell you Norwich is not good enough. Last week when we beat Leeds, they'll tell you Leeds team was under 23. They don't realize Arsenal's team are full of 18-year-olds. Our team is full of 18 and 19-year-olds in the team. So it doesn't really matter how much the other team rotates. We are still doing very well. And Uzoma said proudly, Gunners, absolutely. Wolves win, City will lose, Spurs win. I'll be happy with that. If we win those 2 games and lose to City, that's okay. I mean, City will win the league, and we've seen how they've played today. They've scored 6 goals very easily against Leicester as well. So next up, I'll get to the stats and then to the player ratings. Opta Joe says Arsenal's 5-0 win at Norwich was their joint heaviest margin of victory in an away Premier League match, level with 6-1 victories at Middlesbrough in 1999 and Everton in 2009. So basically, this is the 3rd time we've won an away game by 5+ goals in Premier League history. I'll tell you that. I know what other people will tell you. You know, Arteta lost to Wolves. The first time we lost to Wolves at home for many years. The first time we lost to Burnley. But there are positives as well, like this one. This is the 3rd time in Premier League history. The Premier League started in 1992, by the way. That is almost 30 years ago. But this is only the 3rd time we've scored 5+ goals or won by 5 goals away from home. That is a very good start to see. Very, very good start. So we usually don't score 5 goals in a game even, leave alone being away. Smith Rowe. Emil Smith Rowe is the 2nd Arsenal player to score in 3 consecutive substitute appearances in the Premier League after Thomas Rosicky in September 2009. Another very good start. Smith Rowe, man, congratulations to you. He's only the 2nd player to do that, man, since Rosicky in 2009. And we all know how good Thomas Rosicky was. So those are the 2 stats I have from that game in terms of good statistics. I also wanted to check the match stats, how in terms of goals, in terms of shots, how did you do in terms of all that? So Norwich as well. Norwich have never won a game on Boxing Day, so it would have been disastrous if we let them win today. Next up, let's take a look at the stats. So we had 16 shots today. Norwich had 4. We had 6 on target. They had 2. We had 66% possession. They had 34. We completed 580 passes. They had 303 passes. 84% passing accuracy for us, 71 for them. Only 2 yellow cards for us, 1 for them. We got 4 corners, they got 3. So those are very good stats. Again, 16 shots taken today. We usually used to struggle for shots, but the last 3-4 games, we've taken a lot of shots, which is good. Even if you miss chances, you create more, you give yourself another opportunity to get another goal. So I'm pretty happy with that. So next up, let's get into the player ratings. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoy that game. Let me know who your man of the match was as well. So player ratings. Next up, player ratings. We had 14 players playing as always. And first, we will start with the goalkeeper. So as I go on, let me know the player ratings you'd give this, guys. First is Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale did an interview with Ben Frost on his YouTube channel. Make sure to check that out. And he was talking about how there's no fan who wanted him at Arsenal and all that, how he got so much criticism from opposition fans and even the media, Sky Sports and all that. Why is we signing Ramsdale for all that money? But even without having to make too many saves today, I think he made only 2 or something, you could see his passes again. Every time we got into a fight, he was there protecting his players. So he also kept a clean sheet. He also handled some of the corners very well. I am going to give Ramsdale a 7 for keeping a clean sheet and all his energy in the game. Another very good performance. Ramsdale gets a 7. The next player is Kieran Tierney. I'm so tempted to give him a 9. I am so tempted to give Tierney a 9, but I am going to give Kieran Tierney an 8. I think it's just an 8. Maybe if I saw more, it could have been a 9, but he kept a clean sheet. He scored a goal, a very good finish as well. His energy was good. 90 minutes. Norwich didn't really attack from that side. That is why I'm giving Tierney a 7. If he had really defended that side very well, or he was up against like a Salah or a Mahrez and he had kept them quiet, I would have been giving him a 9. But Norwich didn't really attack, but he still was a part of a defense that kept a clean sheet and he scored a goal. So Kieran Tierney gets an 8, and he almost scored a second. If Max Owens did not remove that ball with his hand, that would have been 2 goals for Tierney. So Tierney for today, he is going to get an 8. Another very good performance from him. Good to have him back in the team. We all know he's still our best left back, so it's great to have him in the team. Next up is our right back from today. Ben White was our right back for today, believe it or not. I am going to give him a 7. I did notice he did give away the ball a couple of times. Wasn't any need of giving away the balls there because you're already 3-0 ahead. So White is going to get a 7. You're still part of a team that kept a clean sheet. He also played out of position, even though Ben White can play as a centre back, as a right back, or as a central defensive midfielder. He's never really played for us at right back. So first time doing that, and we kept a clean sheet. He kept them quiet from that side as well. Ben White is going to get a 7 for today. Next up, let's go to the centre backs. First time we've changed our centre back partnership in a while. So I am going to give Gabriel. I'm going to give Gabriel a 7 again. I don't think Norwich did too much in terms of attacking us. So he kept a clean sheet. So I have to give him a 7. Could easily have been 8. I wouldn't mind if you guys give the likes of White and Gabriel 8s and 9s or something like that. But I'm going to be fair enough. Norwich didn't really attack a lot. Didn't really see Gabriel in the opposition box a lot. I think I saw the likes of Tierney more. So Gabriel, clean sheet again, is going to get a 7. And I think I'm going to give Rob Holding the same as well. His first start in the Premier League in a while. We had gone like 2 months without seeing him. All of a sudden, we've seen him like 3 games in a row. So Rob Holding is going to get a 7 for today. Will we see him next time? Probably, because I don't know where the hell Chambers is. Pablo Mari, I don't know when the hell he's going to play. I don't know. Cedric is also positive, so he's not going to play. Tommy Asu is positive, he's not going to play. Niles is also positive, he's not going to play. So we have to use Holding for Wolves, and also maybe against Manchester City again. Oh, goodness. The last time Holding played against Manchester City did not go well. He was out-jumped by one Raheem Sterling. I still have that photo. I've never, ever deleted it. I can't find it right now. But yeah, anyway, you get my point. We still need Holding to play in the next couple of games. So we have to get behind him and support him. We'll need him for the next couple of games because we have like 4 defenders out. So Holding gets a 7 for today. So a recap on the defenders. Ramsdale gets a 7. Tierney gets an 8. White gets a 7. Gabriel gets a 7. Holding gets a 7. Next up, let's get to the midfielders. I am going to give Granit Xhaka a 7. Sometimes he loses his head. We don't need that from any of our players, but he was good with the passes, only gave away the ball once from what I saw. Bad passes. His long passes were good again. I love his energy. I love his fight. Like, don't just allow these players to bully us. No, we've been bullied for so many years by all these teams. So let's not have that again. So Xhaka gets a 7 for today. I think this is 3 games in a row I've given Xhaka a very high rating, so I'm happy with that. Thomas Partey is a tricky one. He did get a yellow card as well, Xhaka, so that's why I'm also giving him a 7. Okay, I'm going to give Partey a 7 as well. There's a couple of flick passes. He was 1-2s with Odegaard in the first half. Also was solid in midfield, didn't really get past too many times. So I'm going to have to give Thomas Partey a 7 as well, just like Granit Xhaka. I've given him a 6 the last time, like 3 or 4 games, because I thought he was just above average. But today I am going to give him a 7. Let me know if you agree with that. Do you think Partey was better than a 7? Do you think he should get less than a 7? And as always, make sure to hit the like button as we go on, as we go to Martin Odegaard. What a player, man. He's actually walking up. I still see people saying, yeah, we still need to see him against Man City and all that. That's fine. But the games, as long as he play 90% well, I'm okay with that. So Odegaard gets an 8 for today. That pass to Tierney, quick thinking. No, he would have had the opportunity to just walk with the ball and Tierney would have been marked and the chance would have gone. That pass for Saka as well. 2 very good assists again. Could have easily had a goal. Could have had another assist as well. I think it's the one who passed the ball to Smith Rowe and then Smith Rowe passed it to Lacazette for the penalty. Odegaard gets an 8. I'm happy with what I'm seeing from Odegaard. Another very solid game. Shout out to him. Totally happy with him. The next player is Bukayo Saka. And what a player, man. Again, just to quote what I always say and what Sonic has said, every time Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen. So every time you watch Saka, remember on Everything Arsenal, you always hear that. Every time Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen. And that is exactly what happened. Twice. He scored 2 goals. That is his first brace for Arsenal. So the first time he scored 2 goals in a game for Arsenal. He's adding goals to his game just like the likes of Smith Rowe. 2 seasons ago, Aubameyang scored every one of our goals. Remember that season where Emirates season and also I think FA Cup season where we won the FA Cup. Aubameyang used to score every single goal for Arsenal. And we were crying for our midfielders to score. We were complaining about no goals from Guendouzi. Torreira doesn't score goals. Ozil is not scoring goals. This one is not scoring goals. We complained about that so many times. The next season, last season, we brought Saka and Smith Rowe. They didn't score that many goals. Smith Rowe, in fact, was so quiet until April. He finished the season with a few goals. Same with Pepe. So I still needed more goals from these midfielders. This season, Saka is scoring. I think he's almost at 10 goals. Smith Rowe is scoring, is almost at 10 goals. Odegaard is scoring as well. Partey chipped in with a goal. Martinelli, who's playing in midfield, chipped in with goals as well. So we are not even, that is why we are not missing Aubameyang, and that is why even if Lacazette doesn't score, we still win the games. So I'm pretty happy with that. And Saka's added goals to his game. He's added assists. Did he get an assist today? Lacazette won the penalty. Tierney got assisted by Odegaard. Smith Rowe. Pepe actually assisted Smith Rowe's goal. So I'm going to give Odegaard an 8, and I am going to give Bukayo Saka a 9. Bukayo Saka is going to get a 9 for today. What a player, man. If he got a hat-trick or assisted a goal, it would have been 10. I think it was another perfect performance. Not 10 perfect, but 9.5. But I don't give half, so I'm going to drop it down to a 9. I cannot complain about that performance. In fact, he's very unlucky not to get a 10. What a player. I'm glad he went off. I would have taken him off early, maybe when you were 3-0 up, so that he starts against Wolves. We need him for the Wolves game. Wolves is different. Wolves defense is very good. And also, this weekend, Wolves have not played their game. So basically, we are playing after 2 days. And for Wolves, they've rested for like a week or something like that. So they are fresher than us. So we need all our players there. So Saka gets a 9 for today. Shout out to you, man. Bukayo Saka. Can I repeat it again, please? Every time Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen. Star boy. The star boy. Next up is Martinelli. Surprisingly, did not score today. He actually scored, but it got disallowed. But even without scoring and even without getting an assist, Martinelli is still going to get a 7. I'll tell you why. I saw him running back for the ball so many times. The first goal that we scored, it was his pass to Odegaard. So if we were giving points for assist before the assist, Gabriel Martinelli gave the pass to Odegaard before Odegaard gave the pass to Saka. So he could easily have shot the goal and we wouldn't have had that ball. He also took a couple of shots. And also for the second goal that Tierney scored, I think Gabriel Martinelli won that ball, if I'm not wrong. He came back for the ball and won that, dispossessed the defender. Dispossessed the midfield, and he won the ball back. His energy is always good. Even if he doesn't score, that was a very good performance from Martinelli in terms of energy. He did not give the opportunity for Norwich players to have the ball for even 2 seconds. So Martinelli, even without scoring, even without assisting, even with a disallowed goal, you are still going to get a 7 for today. Another very good performance. I am so happy for him. He's starting games now. He's performing very well. He's like, I don't have words to describe Martinelli anymore. Our youngsters are magnificent. I think he's 20 years of age, Martinelli. I think Saka is also 20 or 21. I think Smith Rowe is 21 or something. These are kids, man. These guys are, if you look at the other teams like Chelsea, Rudiger, 28. You look at the likes of Kante, 29 or something. You look at other teams like United, Fernandes, Ronaldo. These are experienced players. We are actually using youngsters. These are babies. Like, these are youngsters. These are actually youngsters. And they are doing this to teams. Smashing teams by 4, smashing teams by 4 or 5. This is very good. So I'm going to give Martinelli a 7. And the next one is Alexander Lacazette. Now, Lacazette in the first half, he did have a chance that he should have scored, really at least hit the target. But in the final 10 minutes, he really woke up from nowhere. He won that penalty, scored it, and also I think he passed the ball to Pepe, and Pepe assisted Smith Rowe. So I'm going to give Lacazette a 7. I'm not going to give him higher than that. I think Odegaard and the likes of Saka were better. So Lacazette gets a 7 for today. Lacazette gets a 7 for today. What a player. What an amazing, amazing player. So those are the player ratings from the players who started the game. I'm going to put a poll in the chat right now. I should have put it early on. I'm going to ask which goal did you enjoy the most? Or should I do the poll over in the community tab? I think I'm going to do it in the community tab because I can't ask man of the match. I think that will be so obvious, man of the match. Will it? Just allow me to do it. Let me allow me to do the poll over here in the chat, even if you guys vote, I'll still redo it again. So who was your man of the match? Who was your man of the match from today's game? But first of all, let me put a poll in the chat and for you guys to vote. Which goal did you enjoy the most? Which goal did you enjoy the most? We have around 14 likes. Make sure to get it to at least 20. And even if you're watching on Facebook, I think you're like on 20 likes. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed that performance. What a Christmas gift, man. This is the best Boxing Day present you've asked for. So as I put the poll, let me put this poll. Which goal? Sorry for the people watching on Facebook. This is a poll on YouTube. Which goal did you enjoy most? But you can still comment which goal you enjoyed the most. Which goal did you enjoy the most? So was it Saka's first goal? Was it Saka's first goal? Saka's first goal. I mean, we are talking about first goal, second goals, because it's scoring so much. Things you love to see. Things you absolutely love to see. So Saka's first goal, or was it Saka's second goal? Saka's second goal. Or was it who scored the other goal? Who scored the other goal? Smith Rowe's goal or Tierney's goal? Yeah, Tierney's goal or his goal or the last one, Smith Rowe's goal. I mean, Smith Rowe's just coming off the bench and scoring whenever he wants. What a play. Smith Rowe's goal. So I've put the poll in the chat. Make sure to vote. Let me know which goal you enjoyed the most. Which goal you enjoyed the most. So as you guys vote, let me come to the bench players. Smith Rowe obviously came on and he scored once again. He also gave the pass to Lacazette to win the penalty. So Smith Rowe is going to get a 7, and he was only on for how many minutes? He was only on for 10 minutes and he got a goal and a pre-assist. What a player Smith Rowe is. So Smith Rowe for today, you are going to get a 7. I think on Tuesday is going to start against Wolves. I think he's going to start. I think Martinelli might be on the bench for that one. I think Smith Rowe will start. So 7 for Smith Rowe. And I'm feeling in such a Christmas mood that even if he wasn't on for too long, and Chelsea have conceded, by the way, to Aston Villa. So as it stands, we are only 3 points behind Chelsea. El Neni is going to get a 6. El Neni is going to get a 6 for today. I'm feeling very Christmassy, so I'm not going to give him anything lower than that. And was it a James Onga? And Pepe is actually going to get a 6. He came on and he got an assist. We could easily see him again also coming from the bench against Wolves. He might even start. You never know. You never know. So those are the bench players. 7 for Smith Rowe, 6 for El Neni, and 6 for Pepe. Very, very good ratings for players who've come from the bench, by the way. Very, very good ratings for players who have come from the bench. And then today I am going to give the manager a very high rating. Even with the wins against Leeds, I think I gave him 7s, and I think against Sunderland they gave him a 7 despite the wins. But today I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to give him a 9 for today. Those 4 wins in a row now. The performances have improved. Scoring goals, we've kept another clean sheet. Even bringing Holding into the team, we still keep the clean sheet. I'm very brave to start with the likes of Martinelli once again. Could easily have said Smith Rowe is very good. Let me drop Martinelli. I'm happy he's giving Martinelli the chance again to keep on going. Don't drop him to the bench. Ben White at right back, genius buy. That was a very good buy as I'm concerned. Some people don't like Ben White, but I really do like Ben White because he can play every single game and he can play every single position. The Ramsdale signing, even without Tomiyasu, we are still doing very well. We are keeping the team very consistent nowadays. Only if it's illness, that's when he's changing the team. Bringing on Pepe, at least he did bring on Pepe, got the assist today. He brought on Smith Rowe got the goal. Took out Partey to keep him fresh for Tuesday. Took out Saka to keep him fresh for Tuesday. As I said, 4 wins in a row. That is the 3rd time we are winning by 5+ goals in Premier League history. We only did that in 1999 and 2009, and we were so close to getting a 6th or 7th. If the goal wasn't disallowed from Martinelli, we would have had 6 goals. We would have had 6 goals today. When was the last time we even scored? When was the last time we scored 5 goals in a Premier League game? I actually don't remember. Did we score 5 goals in a Premier League game last season? I don't think so. I don't think we scored 5 goals in a Premier League game last season. If we did, I do not remember. I do not think we scored 5 goals at all last season. I think this is the first time we scored 5 goals in a Premier League game in like 2 years or something, maybe, or maybe even more. So Arteta, for today's performance, you are going to get a 9. So let me go through the player ratings once more. Ramsdale gets a 7, Tierney gets an 8, Ben White gets a 7, Gabriel gets a 7, Holding gets a 7, Xhaka gets a 7 as well. Same with Partey, another 7. Odegaard gets an 8. Saka, man of the match, he is going to get a 9. Martinelli did not return attacking-wise, but what a performance in terms of energy and the way he was winning the balls, very, very good to see. Lacazette gets a 7, converted our penalty today, won for us the penalty, nothing to complain about. Smith Rowe, he becomes the first Arsenal player since Thomas Rosicky to come from the bench 3 games in a row and score from the bench 3 games in a row. Elneny gets a 6. I think this is the second last time we are going to see him until he goes to the African Cup. And Pepe gets a 6 as well. He came on and got an assist. And finally, Arteta, the manager, gets a 9. Perfect as I'm concerned. So comment down below who was your man of the match and which goal did you enjoy the most. Man of the match and which goal did you enjoy the most. So let me see how you guys have voted so far in terms of which goal did you enjoy the most. I'm buzzing, man. That is the best Boxing Day present you'd have asked for. 5 goals. I'll also take a look at the table. In fact, let me just search for it right now. Norwich nil. Chelsea are losing, so things are looking good for Arsenal. If United don't beat Newcastle tomorrow by any chance, then we are doing very well. I know we might lose against City on 1st of January, but as long as we win against the Wolves, we'll still be in a good position. Penalty for Chelsea, you definitely expect that. So those are the player ratings. Let me now take a look at the table and the stats from the game as well. So let me see. Let me share it right now. Just a moment. As it loads up. What a silly penalty to give away, by the way. You're 1-0 ahead and you give them a needless penalty. Absolutely needless penalty. Benjamin says Saka was my man of the match. You see someone saying Odegaard was pretty good today as well. I hope it's not hanging. I'm to open up too many tabs at the same time. So Jorginho to take penalty for, let's see, for Aston Villa. Man of the match, Saka. I do agree with Saka for sure, but Odegaard was brilliant as well today. So let me do this. I've got the table. So it's just about letting it load up now. Jorginho to take the penalty for Chelsea. Scored, Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 1. We are stopping at nothing. Very, very true. Benjamin, this is the momentum we want to see. We are happy with the performances. We are enjoying the games, exactly what we want to see. So let me just quickly do this. Share the other screen as quickly as possible. That will be a smooth transition. It's basically like playing with whoever you're playing works, just like Saka or Smith Rowe, doesn't matter. So yeah, we are checking the Premier League table right now. Look at the table. The table will be bigger for everyone to see it, so I'll drop myself down here. Hi. So let's take a look at the table. So City are top of the table. They are relentless, man. They are winning game after game. Liverpool are second with Okay, so I don't think you can see the points there. Let me just do this. I think we need to see the points for sure. Yeah, I think that's better. So Chelsea 39 points. So Chelsea are currently on 36 points. On 30, not 36. They're on 38 points, but they've actually added for them 1 point because they're currently drawing. So Chelsea are currently on 38 points. Arsenal are on 35. Imagine if we won that game against Everton, the game we should never have lost, but it's okay. Tottenham are now on 29 points. We are 6 points ahead of Tottenham, and they have 3 games in hand. But the 3 games in hand for Tottenham, they have Burnley away, Tottenham away, not Tottenham away, Leicester away, and Brighton away. So all their 3 games are away from home. I don't think they'll win all those 3 games. They are playing well, but I don't think they'll win all 3 games. So even if they win 2, we are on the same points, and we have a better goal difference than them. West Ham have dropped off. I think they've only one game in like 6, so they are on 28 points. Man United are on 27 points. United have 3 games in hand. So we have to keep an eye on United because their games are kind of easy. Newcastle, Brentford, Brighton, Burnley. So their games are pretty easy. Now that we know how the Premier League will go, Wolves are fast. So I think the teams we will be competing with are Tottenham and United. I think West Ham will drop off. So Tottenham and United, we definitely have to keep an eye on. So the time we will play United at the Emirates Stadium, we have to beat them. We shouldn't have allowed them to beat us at Old Trafford. That was totally by mistake from that penalty. But looking at that table, that looks very, very good. That looks absolutely good. That is 11 wins, only 2 draws and 6 defeats this season. And a couple of those defeats I understand, like Liverpool away and Man City away, I'm okay with losing those games because they are number 1 and number 2 on the table. They will beat everyone. As you can see, Man City and Liverpool, 50 goals scored. So those guys are relentless. The games that hurt me most were Everton away and United away. I didn't even mind losing to Chelsea because at that time we did not have the likes of Ramsdale and Tomiyasu, but right now we've picked it up. But losing to Everton and to United, those were bad losses, especially the Everton was a bad loss. Brentford, not a good loss, but then again, if you look at our team that day, none of those players who played in that game are even playing for us right now, apart from Saka and Smith Rowe. So anyway, let's forget about those games. The table is looking pretty good. 32 goals scored as well and 23 conceded. So we have a goal difference of +9. The goal difference is better than Man United by 7. We have a better goal difference than Tottenham by 7 as well. So you could not have asked for anything better, could not have asked for anything much better than that. So Wolves next, you win that, you're on 38 points. And if you reach 40, you definitely can't get relegated. So any fears of Arsenal getting relegated will be done. What a good run, man. What a good run. We've done it for the 2nd time already this season. We had that, I think, 11 games without a defeat or 10 until we faced Liverpool. We are now having another one probably until we face Man City. But after Man City, Tottenham, I think we'll have Burnley and those kind of teams. We can still improve much more. So that is the Premier League table and how. Did you expect Arsenal to be that comfortable? I know people will say games in hand, blah, 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 but fine. Even if they win all games in hand, we're still like almost on the level point. So people expected us to be 9th or 10th. Last season at a time like this, I think we were 13th and we were playing Chelsea and we were not even 13th. I think we were 15th. We were playing Chelsea at this exact time last year and we were 15th or something. If Chelsea beat us last season, we'd have dropped to like 17th. So this season, we are in the top 4. Top 4. So you cannot ask for anything better. Cannot ask for anything better. Nasiru says, Odegaard, he is a fantastic player. I like him. I'm starting to like him as well. Not that I didn't like him. I obviously did prefer Maddison at the beginning. Maddison is still doing very well this season for Leicester, but he's doing very, very well. Odegaard is creating the chances we needed. He's scoring goals. Snake Eye says it's never okay to lose. That is true. No free hits here. To play against City and Liverpool, set up a low block and hit them on the counter. Now, that's the only thing I can say about the Liverpool game. Personally, when you played Liverpool, I would have gone for a back 5. That is what I would have done because of Trent and Salah on the right. I don't think you can go toe-to-toe. I don't think there's anything that can go toe-to-toe with Man City. So even if it is a home game against Manchester City, again, the only problem is that we'll have the likes of Tomiyasu out. That's the only issue. But I would have actually played a back 5 again just for that game because they're relentless, man. They're scoring a lot of goals. You have to be very careful. We don't want to go and get hammered 4-0 at home. So play a back five. Let them call you a small team. It doesn't matter. But you have to at least defend well. Even if they come to a place and win 2-1, you're very right, Snake Eyes. If they, it's never okay to lose any game. Very true. At least give a performance. You don't want to just lose 6-0 because it's City. That is fine. I do agree. But even if they beat us, I don't want to see Arteta out, because I've seen a lot of that crap a lot of times when you lose to City and they're like, oh, you see, Ben White is not a good player. You see, Ramsdale is only performing against Norwich. I've seen that a lot of times. City are very good, so let's just hope for a good performance. But if we lose, let's hope we bounce back immediately in the next game against Tottenham. That we have to try and win. If we go to Tottenham and win, then how many points will we be ahead of Tottenham? Let's say we win our game this week against Wolves and Tottenham win their game. And let's say we draw against Man City and Tottenham draw their game there, so they win. If we beat Tottenham, I think they can't even get to us even if they win their games in hand. That's how important that is. If we beat Tottenham, they can't get to us even if they win their games in hand. So I'm pretty happy with that. So Snake Eyes, you are definitely right with that. And look at said early on, Wolves win, City will lose, Spurs win. Again, I said I would not mind that as well. Early on, I'd said time will tell. Forget about time will tell. Let's enjoy what is happening right now. Last Christmas, we had a horrible time. We had lost to Everton. We had been smashed 4 goals by Man City in the Carabao Cup. So this time, things are looking pretty good. So that was the game. 5-0 win. First time Arsenal have scored 5 goals, I think, in like 2 years or something. And also, this is the 3rd biggest win away from home in Arsenal's Premier League history. I think this is the first time we are winning 5-0 away from home in Premier League history. So I cannot ask for more, cannot ask for much more. So 5-0, next up, Wolves. Can we do the same? Can we have a similar performance to that? If I was to predict the lineup will go, I'll do the predicted lineup tomorrow. Obviously, you only have one day before the next game. I think we'll start again with the same defense: Ben White, Gabriel Holding, and Tierney. Or Tavares could come in potentially. I think Xhaka and Partey will start again. I think Odegaard will start again. I think Martinelli will start on the bench. I think Smith Rowe will start that one. I think on the right side, we will have Saka again. I think Saka will start, and up front, Lacazette again. I mean, it's only after 1 day, so you have to be very careful with injuries. The last thing we want is for Martinelli or Saka to drop down with an injury. You'll be in a lot of trouble. But let's see how that goes. I'll do a predicted lineup today. As always, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure to hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Follow the page if you're new. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, trying to get to 10,000 very soon, as I check the results from the poll of which goal you guys enjoyed the most. So I did ask which goal guys enjoyed the most. People said Saka's second goal. 83%. Saka's second goal is the goal you guys enjoyed the most. So what a finish. What a pass from Lacazette. What a finish from Saka. Definitely agree with that. So thank you guys for watching. Still a lot of games to watch. The Boxing Day, we have this. We have Brentford later on. Keep staying safe, and I'll definitely catch up with you guys on the next. Finally, remember to stay safe as you enjoy your holidays. Peace.